Awusuafo ne ahwefo e mo bi akobade ba Unidek TV so send the day kan obodi answer betumi emi subscribe button so no subscribe na for like na wetumi a share no wija comment was ne betumi.
You know, it's your boy Captain to the Planet. I'm here to talk to you about Unidek TV. Please subscribe to Unidek TV. Subscribe.
Yes, the second issue you were raising was not so, we didn't get you clearly.
Yes, we want you to ask the Electoral Commission what type of indelible ink are they going to use on 2nd December for the special voting and on 7th December for the general elections.
The type of indelible ink.
The type of indelible ink.
But the EC has always done this.
Okay, so you and I, what we know is the indelible ink that we dip our finger in. Is that not it?
Yes.
Okay. You also know that during the district level elections, the EC did not use any indelible ink.
Yes, that's accurate.
Good. We hope what we are hearing is not the case, that they want to use a different kind of indelible ink this time around. But it is the next level of the issues that we are going to raise with the Commission. And let me add another one. The Electoral Commission, in an internal memo that we intercepted, has written to the regional directors that they should inform the district electoral officers to empty the ballot boxes and keep the ballots for the district level elections of 2023 into sacks. That is appropriate. This is where the issue is.
Instead of keeping them in a ballot box, they should empty them into sacks.
Yes, because the boxes are going to be used for this election. So that is okay.
Okay.
I'm coming to the problem. In that same memo, the Electoral Commission is asking them to keep the other items that are used for voting at the district level for reuse, that those items should be reused. And they itemize them. They mention ruler and other things, including validating stamp. My emphasis is on the validating stamp. Let me explain. The validating stamp should not be known until the morning of the elections. The serial number of the validating stamp. And there is a reason for it. There is a reason why they keep the validating stamp in a wrap, so that you unwrap it the morning of the elections. Because if people know the particular serial number of the validating stamp, they can print fictitious ballot papers and use the validating stamp to validate them ahead of December 7th. So why would the Electoral Commission, knowing this, ask the district electoral officers to keep the validating stamps for reuse? That means that weeks ahead of the elections, the district electoral officers know the validating stamps that are going to be used within their domain. This is another issue.
Hello, Doc. Hello. Well, Doc. Doc, can you hear me now?
I can hear you, please.
Great. So you're saying this will allow for anybody who wants to do fake ballot papers to do that easily?
Easily. Because they will have the validating stamp and they will use it to stamp the back of the ballot paper. And so in the night, people may see it, once it has the stamp and the validation stamp, the same serial number, and not suspecting they just pass it.
But this is...
We always say we are ahead of them. There is absolutely no risk that we will not identify ahead of this election. And we will provide the cure for all that. Even when they don't accept the cure, we will use other means to provide the cure.
I see. Which cure would you have for district officers of the Electoral Commission knowing the stamp ahead of time?
Is that we are raising the Electoral Commission. We were raising it to the development partners. We are raising it to the Electoral Commission and to ask them to immediately recall all those validating stamps or not use them at all. The good news also is that our members will be present when the items are being transported to the regions, and they will also be present when the items are being transported from the regions to the districts. And they will also be present on December 5 or December 6 as ballot boxes for onward distribution to the polling stations on December 7. And every step of the way, we shall apply our seals. So those validating stamps, those exposed validating stamps, are not going to be used.
Well, Doc,
they will not allow.
Let me conclude by asking you whether you have some clarity on when the ballot printing exercise will continue.
We expect them to conclude with the presidential candidate of the GFP, and then hopefully their decision to reprint the presidential will take place. And if they appoint competent printers, we do not expect the printing to go beyond 20th of November. As we have always done, we have kept on exposing the incompetent printers. It was our expose that made the Electoral Commission withdraw the contract of Yasako and ask a different company to print. It was our expose that made the Electoral Commission take a decision to move central region printing away from checkpoints. But for this change in the GFP presidential candidate, that printing would not have been done by checkpoint. It would have been done by a different company. As we speak, it is our expose that has made it clear that Fonstaff is messing up with serial numbers. And guess what? Fonstaff is printing Volta region.
Really?
We have exposed that, and that is also being addressed. It is our vigilance that made it clear that Ghana Publishing at certain point in time suffered mechanical breakdowns of their machines. The eagle eye will continue to work. We shall not relent. We shall not fail. We shall not falter. We shall not rest until the right thing is done and the good people of Ghana have voted massively for His Excellency John Dramani Mahama for him to reset Ghana, and also voted massively to give the NDC a resounding majority in Parliament.
Doc, thank you very much for speaking to us.
You're welcome.
Dr. Edward is Director of Elections and IT of the National Democratic Congress. Join us on the line for a conversation this morning. So a few issues that he's raised clearly. One, he said when he went to the Electoral Commission to pick up the register, they ask for the voter statistics. Simple. A breakdown of those who are in the register. A few things they ask for. How many voters totally nationwide? So in your register, how many voters do you have? 2, how many voters do you have in each of the regions? So Volta region, how many voters? Central region, how many voters? 3, constituencies. You have 276 constituencies. How many voters are in Guam? How many voters are in where I come from, South-Tong? So they ask for those statistics. And then they ask that, how many absentee voters do you have? How many special voters do you have? And how many, I think, voter transfer, or even proxy votes? So just give us that breakdown. He said the EC said, we are coming. 30 minutes we'll be back. They went in hours. They came back without those statistics, which is weird. SM, come to think about it, because your register is supposed to be made up of these people.
Oh yes, all these things.
So this you would have already isolated. So how many transferred votes do we have? How many people are voting on the special voting exercise? So you know how many special voters you have. You even should know how many proxy voters you have. So based on that, how many absentee voters do you have? Because if you want to find absentee voters, you are doing special voters plus transferred votes. So those who have transferred their vote plus those who will be voting on a special voting day. So that will give you the total number of absentee voters on the register. So they asked for that statistics. Said they haven't gotten it.
And I'm pushing 30 minutes, right? Still,
and then so they decided that okay, when you get that statistics, add it to the register, call us. Will come for both. Because we need that statistics to make sense of what you have in the register. That's weird. That's so.
So now how many days now can you ever go to?
Oh no. But that's what I'm saying. It's impossible to compile a register without having this kind of data clearly marked out. Because that's weird. You must know who is on the register. The people on the register, some of them have a special purpose, so it should be easy. So this guy is a transfer voter. So on the register, you should know based on data that's separate that SM transferred his votes from Mpriso. You are from Mpriso? To Accra. Okay. So that should be clear. It should be easy for the EC to tell who transferred their votes from where. So that should be data that should be available. Once you have finalized the register, you should have that data easily available, one that you can easily pick and share.
And you know, when on the soft copies, they are yet to receive statistics from the electoral.
No, the NDC says they did not take the voters register.
Okay.
So the final voters register, they said they will not take it. They worked it with the voter statistics, so that when they are looking at the final document, they know what they are looking at. So they can use that to do an assessment of that register. So how many voters? The voters that has been transferred. So voters who have transferred their votes on their own. So you choose to transfer your votes, you should be easily identifiable. Voters who are saying that on the day of elections, I'll be doing something else. So please, I'll be doing special voting. Where are they? Proxy voters. Who are they? Then you're also even looking at what do you call it? The breakdowns. The breakdown. So the absentee voters, then the breakdown. That should be easy. If I ask you, you say you have a register, I ask you how many people are on your register. Should be able to provide me that statistics easily. That this total number of voters are in South-Tong. This total number.
Electoral Commission for some person catch say all these ones, the omo bosu ina no. Omu ni ana, and I say a guapa no person de bema.
Okay. No, that's why I was listening to hear him say, okay, after they went in, if they came back. Because I'm surprised.
Or they are just there near to your mum. So.
No. That's why I'm cold. That's why I say I'm surprised. You know what they mean. I'm surprised that they don't have this.
And your mommy didn't me say, "Eh, wapayo, o ma sheda pa."
That is intentional.
Yes, I'm person de bema because of some go bia po na baba to no wiem. Ana say de to so mienu no. Omu ni madwuma no no mo ho ene yetu amakakeke. Because sena akane fu akakra bi na yakwa kwoto aba. And about 2 we no e ade a hu hia Ghana for. Into bibia sorry na saying I'm say peace yapsumbi. All these things. So what botimu poso bi sisi obi a. Sena e kwan ben so na wo be person nipa ko ne ne sabeba be hye asumbi apamase. When you know very well that electoral commission for a 50 da o mo hye adwumadi ase bibia ye clear. So mo person mo bo okro no o mo wia wo. Na me a wo ye pesi wia me no. O frɛ me o se me fa me sam be se asumbi apamase. Entina me bi so asanse mfo me no. Ebe me nwanwa electoral commission for any those statistics are obobosi ya. Ebe me nwanwa papa. So mo wo so ena mo person mo de be ma. Ene NDC amanyoko no. Wo mo very careful.
And they're not going to compile the total number of transferred voters on the register. So voters who have transferred their votes. I'm wondering, are they not going to compile it separately? Because you will have to resolve. So I'm moving you to here. So you're no longer on the former register.
Yes.
Maybe so. So when I'm doing tallying, I have to know the total number of people who have moved their votes. Total number of people who are doing, and today's, and they don't know the total number who are doing, people who have registered to do special voting. Who they have registered, they don't know. So you can't tell based on that, okay, transferred votes. So absentee list, then have an absentee list of voters. You know that this total number of people will be absent on the register of Ablekuma Central. 1, because they have transferred their votes. 2, some are doing special voting. So if you add them together, you know that this total number of voters will not be on the Ablekuma Central register from 2020. That should be easy to tell.
Awusuafo ne ahwefo emu bi akobade ba Unidek TV so send the ID kan obodi answer betumi emi subscribe button so no subscribe na for like na wetumi a share no wija comment was ne betumi.
You know, it's your boy Captain to the Planet. I'm here to talk to you about Unidek TV. Please subscribe to Unidek TV. Subscribe.